Hello twin flames and welcome to this reading. So I've been asked to do a no contact reading. So if you're in no contact with your twin, if you're in separation or they're not responding to you or they've blocked you or they're ghosting you or, you are in communication but they're not really opening up and you're not really sure what's going on and it doesn't really feel like contact to you, this reading will help. So I'm going to bring in quite a few decks of cards. So rather than just doing a message from the masculine to the feminine, because we do that every day, DM to DF messages, we're going to make this more of an in-depth channel conversation to kind of find out what energy the feminine is in, how the energy of no contact is affecting the feminine, what the angels are guiding you to do in this situation, any timings around when no contact will become contact again, or when things will open up, when the lines of communication will be restored, or when they're going to unblock you, or when things are going to move forward. And this is a lot of speedy energy now as we move forward. It's the new moon today, so this is really the perfect time to do this message. And it's also going to be about what your masculine is being guided to do and what they're going through. So the decks of cards I'm going to use the Divine Masculine Power Messages and the Divine Feminine Power Messages. Now, every deck I'm using in this reading today are my decks of cards. So these are all available to buy on makeplaincards.com. And if you're interested in checking them out, the link is in the description box below. We're also going to bring in Divine Feminine the Silence, because you go through things in the silence too. It's not just about the masculine. And Divine Masculine the Silence, these are counterpart decks, so these complement each other very well. And we're also going to use the Divine Masculine 101 and the Divine Feminine 101, which also really help, to communicate about the love. So the silence can be more about the pain and the struggle, and the 101 can be more about the love and the 5D and what we're being guided to know. And the Divine Timing deck will give some information about when things are going to move ahead. So thank you for being here, sending you so much love. So what are the feminines being guided to know? So I'm just shuffling the cards now for each deck, tapping in with the intention of you knowing what's going on, and the angels will do the rest, okay? What are the masculines being guided to do at this time or guided to know? And what's happening with the feminine during the silence? What's happening with the feminine during the silence? I'm taking out any cards I feel are jumping out here. And what's happening with the masculine in the silence? What's happening with the masculine during the silence? What's happening with the masculine during the silence? Wow, clear cards coming out here. I've also got a few moving on the top, which I feel are going to help as well. I feel these are clarifiers. I'm going to put them a different way. And what's going on within the feminine? Thank you, angels. Wow, powerful card. I've just seen that one there. The energy around the masculine. Wow, I mean, these are powerful. What I've got here, look at this. I've just seen I ache for you. Okay, as it jumped out of the deck. The feminine saying, I ache for you, Divine Masculine. And the masculine saying, let's get together and talk. So regardless of what's going on, regardless of what the situation is, your masculine wants to communicate. He wants to meet up and talk. He wants to get together and talk. And you are aching for each other. So you're aching for him and he's aching for you. Remember when I say him, I mean the Divine Masculine. So if your masculine is a woman, then put the energy in as it fits with your situation. So you're aching for them, they're aching for you. And what they are in is the energy of communication. They know they have to make that move. They know it's their job to. They know it's their time to. And you're aching for them. Maybe you're aching to reach out. And you're thinking, I know really that I should let him move towards me, but I'm aching to reach out because I want him so much. But it's like the angels saying, just hold on. Just hold on one more day. It's going to be okay. Well, that rhymes. So it's going to be okay. So you're saying, I ache for you, Divine Masculine. I ache for you. And your masculine saying, let's get together and talk. So a big sign here about incoming communication, which is beautiful, no matter what else is going on. You're saying, I am loyal to you because no one else comes close to how I feel about you. Now, this resonates really well with today's Divine Feminine reading because we got the Saint Bridget card coming out. And on this journey as a divine feminine, we do really make a vow to ourselves and our twin to wait. And it doesn't mean we wait around impatient, thinking, poor me, when's it ever going to happen? It means we just make that vow to ourselves that I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with being me, because you are in a divine union anyway, a sacred union anyway, regardless of what's going on in the physical. So you've made that vow, and other people may not understand that vow. Other people may say, why aren't you dating? There's plenty more fish in the sea. It's time, and all these things. People used to say to me, what's wrong with you? You could have anybody. Don't you want children? All these things. But I knew that I was being saved for something special and magical, and so are you. So you're loyal to your twin, which means that's okay. Don't feel, vulnerable or silly because you seem to be holding out for someone who may be with someone else or not showing you yet how they feel, because twin flame love is the most powerful love in the world. So remember that. It's love for a reason. It's unconditional for a reason. So you're saying to your masculine, I ache for you. And I feel this aching is so much more than just the heart hurting. This is also about that sexual ache, wanting them, needing them, desiring them. And you're saying, I'm loyal to you. So, when we put our sexual needs on hold, we can have a desire for them. So you're aching for your masculine in many ways. I ache for you and I'm loyal to you because no one else comes close to how I feel about you. So you're reassuring your masculine that you're not going to sleep with anybody else or date anyone else or, mess around with anyone else because you're not interested in anyone else. Nobody compares to them and you are loyal. And it's really beautiful because all the masculine needs to hear from the divine feminine is that they are loyal. All the feminine needs to hear from the masculine is that you're going to be together and communication is on the way and that they love you. That's what we need as a divine feminine. But the masculine needs to know this loyalty because he's been hurt so much. He's been messed around, abused, whether it's in this lifetime or a previous one. So he has very deep core wounds around abandonment. So hearing that you are loyal, it just makes his day, warms his heart. It makes him feel safe. It's very powerful. Yeah, look at this. I've got angel bumps. I'm so afraid that you will leave me. So your loyalty means everything right now because you're proving to your twin that this love is real and it's not going away, it's not going anywhere, that you're not going to hurt them or mess them around because he's so afraid that you're leaving. And that's why he sabotages the connection at times because he thinks, I'll do it first and then it won't hurt so much. I'll walk away first because then it won't hurt so much. But it hurts him just the same because you are one. Sometimes he's pushing you away when all he wants to do is run into your arms. So remember, the love is real. Feminine, you're saying all I want is you. So you're really getting it across to your masculine that you only want them. And that reassures them in spiritual truth. And your masculine is saying to you, my life works better with you in it. And it absolutely does. It works better with you in it, regardless of what he says or does. Look at this. I have a file in my head that's all about you. So your masculine is saying at night or when I'm daydreaming or I've got 5 minutes to myself, I think about you because you are in my head. There's a great big file in my head with pictures of you and information about you and times that we've shared and things that you've said. And it just opens up when I'm lonely and when I have time to connect with you and you come flooding in. So he never forgets you. And you're saying, I hate it when you give other people attention. So this is what we heal as a divine feminine because we do get jealous of them spending time with others, whether it's their karmic partner or they like a picture on social media or they seem to be talking to everyone but you. It causes a trigger and that trigger heals because we learn that we are enough. And that's why your masculine is saying to you, I have a file in my head that's all about you. And it's like he's saying to you, it doesn't matter about who I'm spending time with or what I'm doing. Nobody compares to you. And he's saying, Luke, can't you see what you mean to me? I love this. What a beautiful message because You're saying, I get triggered when you talk to everyone else. When you're giving everyone else attention, it hurts me inside and I ache for you. And your masculine is saying, can't you see what you mean to me? Nobody else matters. Can't you see the power of our love? And you're saying, I want everything with you. Let me give you it all. And it's like he's saying, trust me to find my way. This will happen at the right time for us both. Isn't this beautiful? So before we go into the silence cards, let's see what we're being guided to know. So feminines, remember who you are. You are their divine feminine. There's nobody like you. Nobody can replace you or take your place. Forgive your twin. So when we realize and remember who we are and the power of this love, it allows us to forgive. To forgive the past, to forgive when they've missed our birthday or not wished us a happy new year or, cancelled plans at the last minute or lashed out and said things they don't mean. Forgive your twin, because that brings in peace and healing to all. And know that love always conquers fear. Love is the answer to all of your questions. Fear is illusion. It is not real. In the now, it can't exist. The love will conquer the fear. The fear of the future, the fear of what needs to change, the fear of decisions. Love will conquer fear. And look at this, divine masculine power. Amazing. Divine masculine power. Now, I have to say this as well. If you're an Aquarius or if your masculine is an Aquarius, this is going to really resonate with you when you watch your reading for September, because it was all about divine masculine power. So this is showing you the masculines are being guided to step into their power. So you may start seeing the stag a lot more. Feminines in the silence, you're saying, I hear your songs. So you know that your masculine is communicating with you constantly through music and the songs that you hear. You're saying, are you ready to face it? And he's saying to you, I'm stepping into my divine masculine power. Are you ready to face that situation, that truth? Are you ready? Will you marry me? So you may be wondering about marriage in the future, wondering if they are going to get divorced to be able to commit to you. Or maybe you're wondering if they are going to heal their fears around marriage to be with you. Will you marry me? Are you going to face it? Do you read my messages? So really, I love that, such power has come in the feminine silence cards, because there's no pain here. Obviously, there's pain because we miss our twin. You're aching for your twin. But you're evolving because you're saying, all I really want to know is if you read my messages, if you'll marry me, if we have a future, if we're going to be together. I hear the songs you send me. I'm just wondering if you're ready to face it now. So I feel this is a very powerful feminine energy. It's not like you're sitting around crying your eyes out thinking, oh, poor me. You're saying, are you ready to face it? Are you ready to marry me? Are you ready to commit to our love? Because I am. So you're in your power here. Yes, you're aching for them and you want them and all these things, but you're in a much higher state of being, and that's powerful because that puts your masculine into a power energy because he feels safe to approach you. He feels safe to express himself. He doesn't feel like he's on a clock, and everything works out beautifully when that happens. Do you read my messages? Well, he's saying to you, I have a filing cabinet about you in my head. So he's saying to you, you have to trust me. You have to trust me to free myself up to be able to commit. You have to trust me to reach out at the right time. You have to trust me to take the lead in our connection. So the silence, the no contact, the block, the ghost, whatever it is teaching you, divine feminine, to trust your twin. It's not you, it's me, I love you. So he's reminding you that in the silence, it's nothing actually to do with you and anything you've done. It's all about him. He loves you, and that means he has to process his feelings about you. It means he has to work out his situation so he can be with you. It doesn't mean you've done, said, or acted in the wrong way. So don't take it personally. Yeah, look at this. Let me sort things out and I will be back. I will be back. Let's get together and talk at the right time. Let me sort my life out. Let me sort things out. Finances, karmic situation, job, addictions, fear, and I'll be back. And you do matter to me, and I do care. I just struggle to show it sometimes. So, if you're triggered because he seems to be showing everybody else attention, he's saying to you, you do matter to me. I do care. I just struggle sometimes to show it. And I'm not ignoring you. I'm working out what to say. And this is the most important thing, because we think they're ignoring us. We think that we've done something wrong. And that's why we can panic and try to initiate conversation. But the masculine is saying, you have to trust me. I'm not ignoring you. I'm working out what to say. I'm starting to believe. And as well, you're saying, do you read my messages? He's saying, I'm not ignoring your messages. I read them and digest them. I'm just working out what to say. And I'm starting to believe in the power of this love. Give me time, I will contact you. So everything is indicating here the end of silence, the end of separation, the end of, the ghosting period. He's just working out what to say. So let's bring in some divine timing cards. So when is separation, silence, ghosting or blocking coming to a natural end? And the angels are saying it will come to a natural end. Now, whatever these cards are, I'm going to read them intuitively. So don't get triggered by any timelines that may come up, because we're all on different journeys. You may need a little bit more healing than maybe someone else watching. So your journey is on time. It's in divine time. Endings. So there has to be an ending in some of your connections for a new beginning. And what that means is the masculines need to end things that they are already doing. So they may need to end that karmic relationship, or end that job, or end that cycle to be able to be with you. So the full moon, it's coming after the new moon. I think it's the 10th of September. So it feels like around the 10th of September, there could be some endings happening to end this silence. So don't go into fear if, we enter September and you still haven't received that message or contact, because it's coming soon. So trust in that. We've got 13 lookers on your side. So I definitely feel this a big message about things moving forward. The luck is on your side, that things are moving in your favour. Could also be a message for someone about the 13th of September, as I'm recording this in real time. But if you tune into this, a few months later, this is saying to you, luck is on your side. So you may see ladybirds, shamrocks, lucky feathers, pennies, things that show you that all is well. And we've got Leo energy. So what the angels are really saying here is the Lionsgate portal has opened all the doors. This doesn't mean that, you've got to wait until next year for this energy to come in. This is here now. When we moved into Leo energy, everything started opening up and the doors began to open. So from the 23rd of July to the 22nd of August, there's been huge shifts and changes in your connection to open the door. So just because you haven't yet received communication does not mean it's not on its way. The universe is aligning everything beautifully. And Leo is about strength and power. So the masculine is stepping into their divine masculine power to reach out and contact you and express themselves and move it forward and say how they feel, but also to sort out their life. And in the meantime, you've got the strength to handle whatever's going on. So don't get triggered. Remember who you are and know your power. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.